How much per hour were you making at your first job and what year was it? 50 cents an hour to clean houses. Iron babysit in 1962. $8 hour in 2006. $60.18 1999. $3.35 1984. 12 pence 1971. Yes, really. $1.25 an hour, and it soon zoomed to $1.33 an hour. 1963. I'm in my first job. Since 3.5 months ago. I make $51 Mexican pesos per hour, $2.80. It's almost the double of the minimum wage in Mexico. In 2.5 more months I'm getting a little upgrade to $55.50, $3.06. $5.25 hours 1998. The crazier part. I was a part-time ShopRite cashier and they were unionized. Now, because I was part-time I couldn't join, but I still got the pay benefits. Such as time and a half on Sunday if I worked over 6 hours. $5.50 per hour in 1979. It was considered good money then. In 1989 in the same company went into management, making $105K a year. 1973 I made $1.65 hour working at a movie theater. $6 hour CAD, 2002. Worked part-time in the freezer at Meats during high school. 7.50, 2011, BK Closer and Cook. I worked at a restaurant and I was paid by the evening. Washing dishes. I made 100 francs, 15 euros every evening. For around 6 hours of work. It was in the late 90s. And it was my dad's restaurant. He was underpaying me. $6.75 in 2004. Bagging groceries, pushing carts. $8.25 in California in 2007. Answering phones at a front desk and entering donations to a small local church into an antiquated computer database. $4.25 hour in 1998. I would then get sales bonuses. I was 14 and a telemarketer selling newspapers. Seriously. About $15 after commission at Sears in 2005, great high school job. I got my first job the day I turned 16, 1988, and I was making the then federal minimum wage of $3.35 hours. Which sounds bad. But that's almost $1.50 more an hour than federal minimum wage is today once you adjust for inflation. $18 an hour as a software engineer intern in 2020. $7.25 in 2013. 1977. $2.50 hour. I thought I was so rich. $3.25 hour circa 1981. $5 dog. I was 10 and washed dogs at a local groomer's. 1999. My first normal job was $9 hour in 2005. Flipping burgers at MCD's in high school. $14.25 was big money for a high schooler in 2015. $2.60 CDN, $1.89 USD in 1978 at McDonald's. $9.50, 2010 seasonal employee at Party City. $7.87 lifeguard in 2000. 90 cents flipping buggers, thought I was rich. 2.15 1977. My first job paid $1.25 an hour minimum wage at the time. Yes, I'm old. But you could buy a beater car for $100. And stuff was cheap. Lived at home at the time. But 5-room furnished apt with utilities with off-street parking was $350 a month several years later. Rents are insane now. You need 2 incomes for a dump. I only earn $1.50 1 hour. 13.75 in 2015. $10 in 2001. 1995, $4.25. $11.00 hours in 1976. I was learning to repair and remodel rental units during my summers and breaks in high school. Most of my friends were off monkeying around, while I was making 4x minimum wage and learning plumbing, electrical, roofing, etc. $10.50, 2019, minimum wage at the time for Rhode Island. It's now $13 in that state. $2.85 Burger King 1988. I earn $1 1 hour helping my parents clean the house. I earned $5 when a friend of my mother's came to wish me a Happy New Year. It was a tutoring job for my younger brother for zero money. Like 14.00, 2024. $3.35 in 1989. 9 in 2008. I was working at a Boy Scout camp, making $100 week plus room and board in 2012. $5.85, 88. $6 hour at a vet clinic in 2001 or 2002. $9.66 hour CAD, no benefits, 2010, Tim Hortons. My first job was quite the adventure. I started back in 2015. And I was making $10 an hour. It might not have been a fortune, but it felt like a small fortune to me at the time. Smile. $7.25 in 2000 as a ride operator at King's Dominion. $3.05 hour in 1980. 2004, €5 h. $5.85 hours 2007. Save a lot part-time, it came out to less than $200 a week. $7 an hour at a local pizza place when I was 16 in 2016. $8.10 depending on role. It was a local restaurant and I did several faux positions as well as a couple beaux. This was in 2018. $9 2017. £7.24 I think. 2016. $700 mo gross at my first real office job in 1981. I think that's $4 hour. My rent was $275 mo for a 1BR apartment. 1979 I was working 8 hours per day 5 days per week and my weekly wage was $64 a week. Sorry, I'm a dumb, I can't work out what that is per hour. $5 an hour under the table in 1999 as a dishwasher. Also referred to as the kitchen bitch by grown men. I was 13. $4.25 in 1995. $10 in 2011 working a warehouse. $8.50, 2011 in Portland, Oregon. $3.25 washing dishes at the Night of Columbus 85, 87 summers. $6.75 in 2004 minimum wage in California at the time. $3.85 in 1990. In my early working days, which started in 2012, my hourly wage at my first job was around $8. It might not have been a lot, but it was a stepping stone towards building my career. 3 o'clock money bag. $3.37 an hour 1984 working at Roy Rogers in the Northeast. 1975. Sears lunch counter. $3.25 an hour.